Well, job growth across the U.S. slowed but remained healthy last month. The Labor Department says employers added 175,000 jobs in April. That's still strong, but it's the smallest monthly job creation recorded since October of last year. Unemployment increased slightly to 3.9%. The U.S. has been able to maintain a rate below 4% for more than 2 years now. That's the longest stretch at that level in more than 50 years. Even as the unemployment rate ticked up very slightly, the number of jobless claims still remain historically low. But that doesn't apply to everyone. A Business Insider report is warning about white-collar recession. It appears that the more you earn, the harder it has been to find a job right now. CBS News spoke with people who have been in a similar position.
Hardcore applying on the internet, on Indeed, LinkedIn, and it was hard because the denial emails started coming back saying you're not qualified, job has been filled, and it was very stressful in that regard, trying to find a secure job.
I feel bad for even complaining about being unemployed for 3 months because there are people out there who are dealing with this for over a year. And at this point, that's going to be me. And that's a very, very scary thing.
For more on this, Aki Ito joins me now. She's a chief correspondent at Business Insider, where she wrote an article on this trend. So, Aki, when we look at the federal data, hiring is robust. We're hearing that employers can't find people to fit into their positions that they have open. But it's a very different story that you're hearing from people who are better educated, who have more job experience. So talk to us about what's going on.
Sure. So for about a year now, I've been hearing from so many job seekers that it's just been a terrible market for them, that they've had such a hard time looking for a new job. And that hasn't made a lot of sense to me because the government statistics show a very strong job market. But there's new data that came out from Vanguard that finally kind of solved that riddle for me. It seems that for workers who are earning six-figure salaries, so these are very elite white-collar professionals, the hiring rate has plunged to some of the lowest levels we've seen in a decade. So it turns out that it is actually a really difficult time for white-collar workers to find a new job at the moment.
And what's behind that? Why are companies hiring so few of these elite professionals?
You know, the honest answer is nobody knows for sure. It could be that white-collar workers are voluntarily leaving their jobs a lot less than before, so companies just have less headcount to fill. But I think that one of the worrying hypotheses is that companies are preparing for slower times ahead. As a result, they're cutting costs. And if they need to cut costs, then it makes sense to cut the costs where the salaries are the highest, which are the white-collar elite professionals, instead of the blue-collar workers at the front lines.
Well, Aki, you had mentioned people leaving their jobs voluntarily, and that was certainly something that we saw during the pandemic. Actually, it was called the Great Resignation. What's going on now?
Well, a lot of commentators have called this period the Big Stay, which is kind of the opposite. The Great Resignation. Very few people leaving their jobs and just less hiring going on across the board. But my colleague Emily Stewart actually calls it the trapped in place economy. And I think that better captures the sentiment of what's going on, at least in the white collar workforce. Most people who want a job have a job. That is the case even in the white-collar workforce. But if you're unhappy in your job and you want to find a new one, you can't really do that right now because so few companies are hiring for these white-collar roles. As a result, they feel trapped.
Really interesting getting deeper into those numbers with you. Aki Ito, thank you.
Thank you so much.